Hi parents! So this is a video for you, mostly just for parents. We are heading into a unit in math that focuses on addition and subtraction. Over the past few weeks, I have given your child a few addition and subtraction problems, and I've said, I don't care what strategy you use, I just want you to show me your work. I want to see your thinking process. I don't want to see anything mental. I want to see it all on paper to see how you add and subtract. We did okay with addition, but subtraction seemed to be a little bit of a bigger issue. But I wanted to share with you a few strategies that we use in third grade to help adding and subtracting. Now, when you and I were in school, we learned how to stack up the numbers and how to add them, how to combine them. We regrouped or we carried numbers. And then when we subtracted, we were borrowing from numbers and everything. Well, that's how I learned to do it. But I cannot tell you why I was doing that. I just did it because my teacher told me to. Now, when we're teaching addition or subtraction, you might think that it's the Common Core way. That's what everybody says. That's just the Common Core way of doing math. It's not necessarily Common Core. It's more of a conceptual understanding to add and subtract. Really knowing the how and the why we add and subtract. In third grade, we focus on two main strategies to add, and then we focus on one strategy to subtract. I want to show you these, and hopefully this will help you when you are working with your child with adding and subtraction. So don't get upset with me. Just hear me out so I can show you these two strategies. With addition, the first one that we call this strategy is the decomposing strategy. A lot of teachers might call it the breaking apart or using place value. So if I look at this number, that does not say 700. That says 426 plus 539. Now, you might notice, the first thing you might notice is that this is written horizontally. It's not written stacked up vertically. I will be giving your child a paper like this, and they're all horizontal, and that's the way we're going to focus on writing a lot of problems in third grade is more horizontally instead of vertically. So let's take a look at this. First thing I'm going to do is decompose these numbers. This 426, I'm going to put it in expanded form, and that represents 400 plus 20 plus 6. And I'm going to add this 400 plus 20 plus 6 with 500 plus 30 plus 9. Now, I look at that and I notice that I have 2 hundreds, I have 2 tens, and I have 2 ones. And we're going to combine those by their values. So I'm going to put my 400 and my 500 together. I'm going to put my 20 and my 30 together, and then I'm going to put my 6 and my 9 together, and I'm going to add them by their values. So I have 900 plus 50 plus 15. Now, I look at this and I'm like, oh my goodness, can I break these down anymore? Can I decompose them anymore? Well, my 900 is decomposed as enough as it can be. So is my 50. But my 15, I can break that down even smaller. I can break that 15 into 10 plus 5. Well, now I have 2 tens. I have a 50 and I have a 10. So I'm going to add those together, and that makes 60. And I can carry down my 900 and my 5. But now, can I break it apart anymore? I can't decompose anymore. So we found out that 426 plus 539 equals 900 plus 60 plus 5, which really is 965. And that is called decomposing. Let me show you one more way to solve this problem using an open number line. An open number line simply means that it does not have to start at 0. Our number line can start at any amount. But in this case, we're gonna start with 426 and add on 539 to see if we get the same sum. So let's check it out. If I start my number line with 426, make sure, yeah, you can see it. And I gotta add on 500. So I'm gonna add on 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? So if I add on another 100, that's gonna be, 526, 626, 726, 826, 926. I'm going to add on 30 more. So I'm going to say 3 hops of 10. And that makes 10, 20, 30. So that's going to be 936, 946, 956. I've used 500. I've added on 30. Now I've got to add on 9 more. Got to add on 9 more. Now I could do this a couple ways. I could just add on 9 more, or I could break apart that 9 into something else that's going to help me out. And I'm going to add on 4 more to make 960. And then I'm going to add on, whoop, that's a little large for that. Then I'm going to add on 5 more to make 965, because that makes 9. That makes, that makes 30. And this makes 500. So I started at 426. I added on 500 plus 30 more plus 9 more to get 965. Now, we will work on stacking them up the algorithm way. We will get to that point in 3rd grade, but for right now, these are the 2 ways that we're going to focus on adding in 3rd grade. Let me show you subtraction. Subtraction is always one of the hardest things to learn in 3rd grade. In 3rd grade, a lot of students don't understand that part of regrouping and borrowing and all of that. So I'll show them this way. So let me scoot you over here, and we're going to focus on, let me erase this part. We're going to look at, let's see. We're going to look at 600 minus 336. 600 minus 336. Now, I just showed you 2 strategies with addition, that was decomposing and the open number line. In 3rd grade, that was for addition, but for subtraction, we're going to focus on the distance between these numbers. So when I think distance, I think of measuring something. So I use a number line for this. I use a number line. And I'm going to use the counting on strategy. So I'm going to start with my lowest number, the number that is the smallest. And I have 336. And I want to count on until I get to 600. So say I count on 100. And 100 more is going to be 436. Can I count another 100? I sure can. There's another 100, and that's going to be 536. Well, what if I added another 100? What if I added on another? That would be 636. And I've gone over my 600, so I can't do that. I can't add on another 100. I want to go to a friendly number. So I know that if I have 536, if I add on 4 more, I can get to 540. and then I can add on 10 more to get 550. Oh, wait a minute. I'm at 550 right now, and I gotta get to 600. So I know that in 50 more, I am going to get to 600. But what do I do with these jumps here? What do I do with those? I tell the kids that we take those jumps, and that's the distance between 336 and 600. So I've got to take all of these jumps together, and I've got to put them together. I've got to combine them. So I have 200s. I have a 50 and a 10 to make 60. And then I have a 4. I've used all my jumps, so now I can put all of these together to get 264 for my answer. So the difference between 600 and 336, the difference between that is 264. So what I just did here, you may think that I spent a longer time solving these addition and subtraction problems. I really didn't. I broke them apart and used place value to help me with all of these. This is just a way of organizing our thoughts, because so many times when we tell the kids to regroup or to carry or borrow, they don't really understand what that means in their mind. They can't comprehend that. They're not mature enough for it yet. So if we kind of break it down into the language that they know, that place value, it really does help them. So help me help your child. And with these, don't tell them they're doing math the crazy way. They're breaking it down where their brains can understand what they're actually doing. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me and I'm happy to help. If you want me to show you some more examples, I'm happy to do that. Have a great day.